Hi there, welcome to Learning and Growing Together. I'm going to show you now a few basic math supplies that you can have at home to help your child do better in math. If they have supplies, then they have something to work with. So whether they're online or in person, these things work really good to have at home so that you can work with them and just reinforce whatever they've learned throughout the day. So the first thing you want to have is a math notebook. Put something on it so the children can put their own name on it and put some pictures to remind them of, especially for primary grades that can't read yet, they can look at this and identify that's a math book. They can see base 10 blocks. They can see tally marks. They can see a number line. They can see shapes. And eventually they'll learn the word numeracy, that means math. Okay? So that's the first thing. The next thing you want to have is a number chart. Having one that goes up to 100 is ideal for any grade up to grade 8. I would laminate it so that your child can write on it and circle numbers and do different things with it. At the beginning of the year in the primary grades from 1 to 3, we will focus on numbers, basic numbers, and up to grade 1, we only go to 50 in Ontario, which is where the video is coming from, Canada, Ontario. So if you have a child in grade 1, you can have a number chart up to 50, but I highly encourage up to 100 because children will learn whatever you give them. It's great for them to at least look at the other numbers and have them, and again, laminate it. The next thing you want to have is a plastic or cloth measuring tape. Because this is an ideal number line, do not use the steel retractable measuring tapes. They're very dangerous. They can cut fingers very easily. So you can get a pack of these measuring tapes, and in Canada we use a metric system, so it does have centimeters on one side, has inches on the other. This is ideal. It really helps this child to see all the numbers as they go in order. They can see that numbers follow a pattern very clearly when you have something for them to see like this, nice and long. Whereas on the 100 chart, they can't really see the pattern as well, but we could use it for other patterns like odd numbers and even numbers. Okay, so they both have something valuable to offer. I would have both of those. The next thing that I find is very important to have is things your child can touch and move. We call them manipulatives because they manipulate them. So I got a whole bunch of popsicle sticks at a dollar store. I think there was about 200. They're like $1.25. And I also bought a pack of erasers because those two, I like the fact that they're different colors, and there was 40 of them in a pack. So that's almost 50, and seeing as I teach grade 1, it works out perfectly for the beginning of the year. We can do grouping, we can do patterns with the colors, we can do adding and subtracting. So one of the easiest things, and also estimating. You can just take a stack of these, put them on here, and say, oh, estimate how many's there. Okay, and then when you sort them, if you can sort them and there's the same amount in each group, that's an even number, and if there's not, it's an odd number. So if I put, say, 4 in each group, that's going to tell me right away if it's an even or odd number, because if I can't put 4 in each group, oh, I have 1 left over, so this is an odd number. Now I can count, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. Yes, 17 is an odd number. Okay, and then we can add, if we want an even number, add 1 more. Now we have 18. And it also works if you just have popsicle sticks, that's fine. You can do things like add, there's 3 plus 3. We can do 4 plus 2. You can just take 6 and divide it any way you want in order to make different ways to make 6. But when they have something to move around, it helps understand what those numbers mean. 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3. It really helps to see it. So, and these, I just keep everything together in a little Tupperware. And the last thing I want to show you is some cards. Cards as well are great for adding. Look at 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay, you can use cards for patterning. A, B could be black, black, red. And then of course a pattern has to repeat, so you have to do it again. Black, black, red. AAB, AAB. Patterning is something that we do in primary grades as well. Okay, and you can use it. Again, add what's 10 plus 5. Always do the bigger number first, at least that's what I teach them. 10 plus 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Or 10 subtract 5. You just cover it up. We have 10. If we take 5 away, there's 5. Okay, so cards are also good. And that's it. That is a great way to start. You do not need to have jumbo cards. I also have smaller cards just in a little box. Keeping them together in a box is ideal, then the children don't lose them. And then I have a little basket. Oh, also dice. Pardon me, one more thing. A few dice is always helpful to have. Again, just for counting, looking at patterns and things, dice help. And then everything goes in one basket that I got again at the dollar store. And then that way, when it comes time for math class, all you have to do is say, oh, here's your math basket. Everything is in one basket. And it stays together. Your child's not running around looking for it or saying like, I don't know where it went, I put it somewhere. It's all in one basket. And I would suggest that for each subject, that you have like a little basket of their supplies that they need. Okay, so I hope that's helpful. Click on the like if you liked it, of course, and look for more videos at Learning and Growing Together.